All right, Unit 7 is about terms, like terms. Now, here in mathematics, one thing that we would call a term are those things that are separated with a plus or minus. So for today's lecture, we're going to be looking at polynomials that have two terms. So let me break that thing down. I just said the word polynomial. So let me break that word down. There's poly. It is one whole word, but I'm going to break it into two different parts. Now, poly, this means many. Nomial means terms. And again, terms are those things that are separated with the plus or minus, right? Like I said, it's a word that I broke it into two different pieces. Now, we're going to be combining terms that have the same letter. So like, for example, question number 1, I have 9m and I have 7m. I'm going to combine them, 9m plus 7m. I'm just going to be looking at the number in front of the letter. We should call that coefficient, but we're just going to call it the number in front of the letter. 9 plus 7, I know 16. So 9m plus 7m is going to be 16m. All I'm going to do is I'm going to add, or I'm going to combine the numbers in front of the letters. Make sure the letter is the same thing. Notice my letter, it was M on all my cases. So I'm not going to switch the letter. I'm just going to combine the coefficients. Okay, let's take a look at question number 2. There's a negative 3x and a positive 2x. Negative 3 plus 2. When the signs are different, all right, one of them's positive, the other one's negative, I'm going to subtract my values, and I'm going to keep the sign of the large one. So 3 minus 2 is 1. Keep the sign of the large one, in this case, negative. So let me just write for right now, negative 1x. Now, when the number in front of the letter, it's a 1, whether it's a positive 1 or a negative 1, we don't write the number. So in this case, let me just write this as a negative x. All right, let's take a look at question number 3. Negative 7r plus 8r. Signs are different. So I'm going to subtract my values. 8 minus 7 is 1. The big number is positive. So in this case, it's going to be 1, positive 1, r. And I just mentioned, when we have the coefficient, right, the number in front of the letter is 1, whether it's a positive 1 or a negative 1, we don't write the number. So I'm just going to call this r. And lastly, question number 4, negative 9n plus 4n. Just looking at the numbers, negative 9 and a positive 4. I know that when the numbers are different, the signs are different, I subtract the values and keep the sign of the large one. So in this case, my answer will be negative 5n. Okay, that was it.